Hi, so if you're an Aries born March 21st to April 19th, what can you expect for the month of July 2015? Let's tune in and find out. So Aries, you're in a chess game. You're making your move, you're watching, you're observing, and then I see you get potentially really angry and frustrated and want to just throw your hands up because somebody's not playing fair or you perceive they're not playing fair. So there's a little bit of somebody coming on board who's rocking the boat, who's not playing fair or not playing the way that you think they should be playing. So there's a little irritation as we open the month, which is no surprise because we have this kind of cranky full moon July 1st in Capricorn, which tends to be kind of like a really heavy energy, right? But the good news is that, you know, with a little patience, you'll outsmart them and you'll be able to get what you want. So it's just calling for patience on your end and asking you not to overreact and to kind of find a different point of view, kind of look, you know, change positions, sit at, you know, a chess game is what we're talking about, right? So you change positions and you look at things through their eyes, you're going to see things completely different. And so whatever it is we're talking about, whether this is a work business partner relationship, whether this is a romantic relationship, whether this is a parent-child relationship or brother-sister relationship, whatever this relationship is, husband-wife, whatever it is we're talking about, you need to kind of look at the other person's position, sit in their shoes, so to speak, and you'll have a better understanding and you can stop sort of manipulating, because this is what it feels like. It's a chess game. It's a little bit of a manipulation. I'm going to go here. They should go there. Oh, they went there. Okay, now I'm going to go here. And then all of a sudden, no, they don't play the game right, right? So it's frustrating. So stop all the game playing, step in the other person's shoes, and this full moon will be just fine. You won't have any giant upset with anybody. Now, you may. As soon as I said that, I was like, no, you may. For some of you, there may be business partners. Say you have sponsors for something. You could unexpectedly have a sponsor pull out. You could unexpectedly have a business partner say, you know what, I can't give any more money. I'm sorry, you're going to have to go to somebody else for the money. So you may have this all of a sudden like, oh my God, what are we going to do? It could be that somebody has promised to do something for you and they back out. So it feels like a kind of a back out of agreement kind of energy. Here's the thing about this kind of energy. You know, we're in the month of Cancer, right? So it brings up all this, all these emotions and raw emotions. What you need to know is that whatever's falling apart, whatever's breaking up, the universe wants to give you something better, okay? A better partner is available. A better opportunity is about to fall on you, okay? A better way of doing things is going to happen. Maybe if that business partner gave you the money, you keep throwing, you know, money into something that's not going to work out instead of creating something new, right? So we don't know, and maybe initially why these things happen, but down the road, and especially by the end of the month, we have a second full moon, really kind of unusual. And this one's in Aquarius, and this one's very creative and lighthearted and open, and everything that you thought you lost, you will have gained back with understanding, wisdom, and you'll be on your way creating that next relationship or partnership. Because this is more has to do with people, and I'm not sure which area of your life it's in. It's depending on, you know, the time you were born and all those things like that. So anyway, Aries, just be aware that there's this little kind of like snafu that happens, and it's not the end of the world, but you'll figure it out, right? So by the end of the month, it's going to be fine. So, okay, I kind of went all over the place there because I just went with the energy. So relationships, for those of you that are in a coupled relationship, partnership relationship, I think that's how we got into this, is that there's going to be some shifting and changing around that. Now, but now if you're in a committed relationship, this is good. This feels really good. It feels positive. There may be some things that are dissolving in you. I can feel for some of you in my spleen, a lot of that is old stagnant energy. So there may be some irritation and or grief that you have with your partner or with other things that may come up this month. Again, this is all month. It's Cancer, okay? It's feelings, right? So we're dealing with stuff that we don't like to deal with. So just get on with it. Deal with it. If you need to cry, cry. Move on, right? You don't have to know why, just kind of process the emotion and rise above it, right? And be done. As far as your committed relationship goes, I think that it's a strong relationship, and I think you're really gonna see it open up and blossom, especially in the middle of the month. And there's a new moon in Cancer around July 15th. And it almost feels like there's a break, that you're babied, that you're loved, you're coddled. So really take care of yourself around that July 15th date. And by the end of the month, there's a whole new, like there's a rainbow that comes out. So whatever it is that you're disturbed about, upset about, worried about, by the end of the month, there's a rainbow, okay? So hang on to that. As these things are happening, just go. Doesn't matter. There's a rainbow at the end of the month. Things are going to look better. Things are going to happen, right? So Aries, so don't take a lot of this to heart. Just keep moving forward, all right? Now, some of you may already be feeling that full moon with your family members. You may have recently been rejected. You may have recently, not been accepted, or there's just, I can feel some tensions for some of you around family relationships, family dynamics. Again, things will heat up or remain heated until around that July 1st date. And then we're going to get some relief towards the end of the month, right? The last 2 weeks for sure are going to just be much, much, much lighter. Now, if you're single and you're in Aries, what can you expect for the month? So that's really, Aries, as lighthearted as you can be, it can be a really fun month. I'm really seeing you, when you stop focusing on yourself and you look outward at other people, you do such dynamic work. You really elevate people. You really make them feel good about themselves. You can really boost them and make them feel happy. And you're really, like this beautiful balm, for when somebody's wounded. So there's this great light that comes into this space. So if you actually the whole month put your focus on somebody else or outside of you, the month is going to go so much better and brighter for you because it's not turned in on you and your stuff. So find somebody, find a charity, put your energy and effort into that, and this month will just go by, and you won't have to feel so heavy with it. So it's a really a good opportunity for you to extend outward. Now I know we're talking about romantic relationships, so there's also a good opportunity for you guys to have some fun and shake it up and just do whatever you want to go do. So there's a lot, you guys are really creative and resourceful, so there's a lot of opportunity to just go have fun, do what you want to do, and you're the life of the party, so you can kind of create your own energy. You're your own sort of tornado, windstorm at any time. You can whip it up and change the energy around you, so you're really a great friend to have because you'll really be able to elevate a lot of people this month. And in turn, that makes you feel good. So that's how you're really going to get through this month, is by having fun, creating your own energy, and looking outward and helping other people. And those people are going to pull you in to their relationships. And I don't see so much as a new relationship coming in. I see more repairing of the old relationships and having those relationships really be nice and loving and secure by the end of the month. Okay? So now let's look at your health for Aries. Well, there's a self-examination going on looking at your health, and I think that's good. I think it's, we all need to take time to look at our health, and I really see that you're focused on your health for a change, and that's a good thing. And I think the little things that you need to have done, a mole removed here, whatever, little trigger surgery, whatever that is, when you get that trigger finger, somebody out there is having that done. So when you get these little surgeries done, you'll feel good, and I would schedule it early in the month if you could, as opposed to later in the month. Only reason I say that is because some of you have a lot of angst around this. I'm choking. You'll be fine. After the 25th, if you've got something serious, cosmetic surgery that's scheduled, I would just be aware that Venus is retrograde, and Venus is the planet of beauty, July 25th through, I think, like September 6th or something like that. And that means that planet's asleep, so we don't get the benefit of that energy to kind of support us in having the best look that we want, or to support our surgeon in seeing exactly what we want. But here's the other thing, is the good news is I don't think it's going to be as strong. And the reason I say that is because Neptune, the planet of illusion that kind of blocks us, right? we can see everything. So in that regard, I really think that we're going to be okay. So if you already have something scheduled, I think I would just trust it, only because Neptune is asleep, that planet of illusion that's blocking us from seeing, and we can see everything. So we've got that going for us. So, we may be okay. So Aries, all in all, I think your health is getting better. I think you just need a little energy. Some of you may be feeling a little run down. So you're going to have the time this month to relax if you want it. You're kind of like the master of your own domain. So you can go, I'm going to go there. I'm not doing this. I'm doing this. I'm not doing that. And so just pay attention to yourself, and I think you're going to be really fine. So have an amazing month, Aries. Thank you so much for listening. And if you like my star signs, I appreciate it. And if you are happy with it, please share it with your friends. Thanks, and have an amazing month. And I look forward to connecting with you again next month.